Welcome to the fundraising workshop today. I'm excited to be here. My name is Anis Kamato. I am a medical doctor as well as a public health activist practitioner. I'm particularly passionate about raising money for public health programs, that is for fundraising, but also increasingly in broader development programs. So my background and my technical training, I actually have a master's in fundraising strategies for NGOs. So I've actively, through writing proposals and also being involved in actual implementation, helped see both successful and unsuccessful proposals and fundraising strategies. And through learning, engaging with donors, I've been able to identify some of the key components in developing winning fundraising strategies. So hopefully today we'll be able to share a couple of these with you. So my job today is going to be to provide an overview of the fundraising opportunities. I'm going to look at Africa and I'm going to look at Europe. The African countries, I'm going to look at those countries that you are actually actively involved in, that are there up on the screen, from East, West, and Southern Africa. I'm going to equip you with practical skills to identify and approach potential donors, both local and internationally, and enable you to develop tailored fundraising strategies that align with your project goals and context. Really, we're going to focus on practical application. I'm going to share with you the theoretical basis because it's important to understand the why before you do the how. So let's start off with, what is your mission or values as an organization? So what do you believe in as an organization? I want you to speak to each other, take up, form groups of two. I don't make this a very long exercise. Form groups of two and discuss what you believe in as an organization. And then you are all going to present back to us. What do you believe? What is your purpose? Why do you believe what you believe in your purpose? Why? Why is it important? How do you express what you believe in? How do you live what you believe in? And what is the impact of your purpose? If that is what your organization believes in, what has been the impact? What can we see? And then what are the three most important things that you need to achieve your purpose? What do you need to achieve this purpose? Because you may have to say that my purpose in life is to serve other people. So what has been your impact of this service? And what do you need to make this service effective? So let's look at fundraising. In Africa, we are seeing the increasing engagement of local and international donors in sectors such as health, education, agriculture, and climate change. There's large growth of local philanthropy. In Nigeria, for example, Tony Lumelu Foundation, individuals who work in corporate sector are now giving back. We're seeing the increasing role of national and also international and local NGOs, as well as community-based resources in mobilizing resources, community-based organizations in mobilizing resources. And when I say resources, resources include time, money, and organization. Europe has had a longer and more established fundraising sector. So what is happening in Europe is there's more focus on compliance, transparency, and impact measurement. They are moving more towards impact. So it's no longer just about funding and giving money to causes, but also determining, are these causes effective? So shifting also towards digital fundraising and growing interest in social enterprises and impact investing. As you can see, I've tried to divide these two, but they're not, you also see more digital fundraising. It's a bit more advanced in these sectors, but we can learn from, both regions. So what are the types of donors? Let's have a quick look at the types of donors. Number one is the foundations. A foundation really is an entity that has been set up either by individuals or corporations. For example, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Ford Foundation, to achieve something. We also have community foundations funded by local and communities, focusing on community-specific, as well as corporate foundations like the MasterCard Foundation. So these foundations are legal entities. They're like companies, but they are set up for tax purposes. Money is given to them, and they are by their people who have founded them or the corporations that have funded them, so that they can provide this money to specific projects. They are normally very focused on values, what they believe in, and they look for similar organizations. So what they believe in, and if what you believe in, if they align, then they'll be more likely to give you money. Then we have governmental organizations, again, like bilateral aid agencies, which is government agencies that provide funding. For example, the US government, the British government, and then BMZ in Germany. These are government agencies that use money to express the foreign policy of what that country believes in. So, for example, with USAID, the reality is what they will give you money, those monies reflect the values of the American people. Same thing with the UK, same thing with the German government. What does the Germany believe in? So they would not give to causes that, as a country in Germany, whether it's development or sector, they don't believe in. So I think it's important when we're looking at this sector to also understand, when we're looking at the foundations and all these organizations, is to understand what do these organizations believe in. That's why I started off, what is the mission and values? Because fundraising really at heart is about one thing: alignment. If what you believe in aligns with what the donor believes in, your chances of getting funding is much higher. So it means there are two things you must do. You must be very clear in articulating what you believe in. You must be very clear in understanding what the donor wants and believes in, and then identifying how do you express these two things that they're aligned. If they're not aligned, you can't force it. We have non-governmental organizations like Oxfam, CARE, and Doctors Without Borders, who I used to work with, who also provide funding directly and also implement directly, and also partner. Then we have local, smaller, community-based NGOs that focus on specific local issues. We have corporate donors, corporations with corporate social responsibility. These are companies that fund projects related to their policies, focus on community development, health, education, and environmental sustainability. We also have cause-related marketing, companies like Apple or other organizations may have like the red campaign, where they say, okay, these products that are red, for every $100 we sell, we'll give $10 to say HIV programs. So they do have a pot of money that they fund through. We also have faith-based organizations. These are religious institutions affiliated with religious groups that support humanitarian and development projects such as Catholic Relief Services and World Vision. Increasingly, we're having individual donors, so high net worth individuals, wealthy individuals who contribute significantly to philanthropic causes. So they may establish their own foundation. You've heard about the Child Investment Fund Foundation, the Buffett Foundation, but we also have individuals who may not necessarily set up a foundation, but may give money directly. So where do you find these individuals? How do you get in touch with them? How do you know what they do? Again, that's one of the ways that we can discuss. Another, we never think of it, but the general public are media donors. So individual contributions through crowdfunding, online donations, and membership fees. We have international agencies like the WHO, UNFPA, and UNESCO that provide funding, but also technical support. So sometimes we need to look at donors. When they give you resources, it's not just money. They also give you technical advice, technical support that build your capacity. We also have regional entities, like in Africa, we have the AU, we have ECOWAS, we have SADC, we have East African Community, East African Commission. So some of these organizations also have funding. They seek other organizations who they can partner and work with. We have private sector and social enterprises that reinvest their profit. The those that may actually do it as a profit. They may actually say, we want to invest in this sector because we believe we can make money, we can do good. We've heard about doing good by making money. They are called impact investors. Universities and academics is another major area. So research institutions sometimes get grants from other organizations. These grants, they may partner. So for example, they may want to do an agricultural project where they want to show a specific breed of plant, and they may look for partners to say, where can we invest? And as a community, the community may have the land, but they may not have the resources. So they can partner with academic institutions, do a joint venture, and see how this goes. Major source of public funding is public campaigns through general appeals, campaigns, and events, crowdfunding platforms, online platforms like GoFundMe and Kickstarter. A major thing we actually don't realize is we're doing fundraising as it is. You've seen we have digital platforms, mobile money, which is an important component as well.